Hello everyone, it's me, Triple Trouble, back here with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over if there was a Club Penguin Skylanders collab. So far as I know, I'm the first person to come up with this and put it in a video, at least. So let's get into it. First of all, I've decided to base all three of these off of the three elements that are in Card Jitsu. If you don't know or don't remember, Card Jitsu was a little game inside of Club Penguin, one of the mini games, and it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors, but instead of rock and paper and scissors, it's the three elements. But first off is ice, and ice as primary would be a normal punch, and then the secondary would be the penguin will like throw a snowball from the game, because in the game like you could throw a snowball. And then for the third attack, the penguin would get in like a tube from the game and like sled, like it'd be that, and if you could like ram into enemies, then it would do damage. And for the top path would focus on the snowball. The first upgrade would be adding combos. The first combo would be the primary, secondary, which would do an uppercut, and primary third attack, and that would do a spin, like a spin move where it spins around, and if you hit enemies it'll do damage. And then for the second upgrade in the top path, the snowballs would have ice in them, and if they hit an enemy it does more damage and stuff. And then for the final attack for the top path, now when the snowballs hit the ground, it makes black ice that if an enemy steps on, it'll damage them and stun them. And now for the bottom path. The bottom path would have the tube becomes a snowboard that makes it faster and stuff. And then the next upgrade would add icicles to the front of the sled, and it makes it do more damage. And then for the final attack, the final upgrade for the bottom path, it would get snowboard, will kick up snow that like will hit enemies and deal damage. And then finally, the soul gem. Now if you hold down the second attack, which is the snowball, if you don't remember, you can charge it up, and once you do, it turns into like the iceberg from the game, and it'll do more damage. And then next up is water. The primary for water would be like, it shoots, the penguin will shoot like a quick water blast that does damage. And then for the second attack, it'll send out like little surfer penguins. The third attack, basically, you'll get on like this big water tornado. Like you can get on top of it, and like if you go into enemies, it'll deal damage. And then the top path, now the primary has like little penguins in it, so now if you attack them, if you like attack with it, it'll send out like a little penguin every once in a while. And then the second upgrade on the top path, it makes the primary do more damage. And then for the last attack, the last upgrade on the top path, if you have surfer penguins out while doing the primary, the little penguins will do like little waves around them. And I was thinking, like, if the penguins are like close to each other, the waves will merge and be bigger and have a bigger area of effect. So basically, it will make the primary work with the second attack. Then for the bottom path, the first upgrade is the third attack will last longer. So like you can be on the water tornado for longer. And the second upgrade, if the primary is used during the third attack, it'll make the water tornado do like a wave that goes all around it. And then for the last upgrade on the bottom path, now when you do the water wave, it'll occasionally spawn in the little surfer penguins. And then finally for the soul gem, the primary can be held to shoot out like a constant beam of water. Obviously it would do less damage per second, so to kind of balance it out. But yeah. Now moving on to fire. The first attack for fire, the primary, will be like it punches with fists of fire. Like the fists are on fire. You're getting fisted by fire. And then the second attack, you can just like shoot fire. Like, cause in the game, when you're playing card jitsu, there's like a card where if you play it, it'll do a little animation of you like shooting fire out of this hot sauce bottle at your enemy. And that's what I kind of used to base this attack off of. Because a lot of these, well, some of these kind of take inspiration from the mini games of Club Penguin. So, like, yeah. And then the third attack, you spawn like a fire, like a little fire that'll like spin around you. And like if it hits an enemy, it'll do damage. And then for the top path, the primary and the secondary are now like blue flames that if they hit people, it does more damage. And then for the second upgrade, the secondary now has longer range. And for the last upgrade of the top path, now the shoot fire thing, the second attack, will now leave fire on the ground when you shoot it. That'll damage enemies. And then for the bottom path, the first upgrade, the third attack can now spawn 3 little fireballs. Then the next upgrade, now the fireballs orbit faster, so it'll hit enemies more often. Then finally, for the last upgrade of the bottom path, now the little fireballs will last even longer. And finally, the soul gem for the fire one, if you get hit, you'll now like be lit on fire and like your attacks will do more damage. Okay. Well, that's all for this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, because this video took a lot of like planning. Like, I spent multiple days working on this video. So if you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing. Cause yeah. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video, and goodbye.